Ally is a verb, a whale song. I've had my land erased from me. He is being erased from his own land. When I was younger, my family called me Rami, a British name. When I first went to India, I started going by Rajiv. My Indian name my parents gave to me. Rajiv. I wandered my traditional fields, feeling out for the calling of where the buried navel strings of my ancestors were. Brian refers to himself as Kamauli when he speaks Hawaiian. To ally, I must pectoral slap and fluke thrash against the ideas of ally and settler. These are convenient terms as I use them. They should be verbs. To ally an action, it must be intoned in active voice. These terms don't hold the complexities of identity in assemblages, but they are a place where I can start my migration. I come from a group of South Asians who were indentured to the sugar plantations in the West Indies. My family has been outside of India for 120 years. I consider the traditions that I've lost due to colonialism and cultural erasure. The only reason I speak Hindi or Bhojpuri is because I learned them myself, studying. Would my ancestors even recognize me if we sat together around a hookah or a thali? Would they laugh as I strain through Bhojpuri? It has been so long, and there is no land that belongs to me. I am of every/no place, walking down the street in Oahu in the middle of the Pacific. Humpbacks in Hawaiian waters migrate 3,500 miles yearly from Alaska to the island archipelago. I mean, I guess you would predict that sentence. They migrate and care for the places that they are, singing along the way. Are there songs, stories of how to cut through the deep water? Are there songs like roads that they sing in order to follow? Are there songs what keeps them alive despite the devastation of the ocean, of plastic, the US Navy sonar, and illegal poaching? Each stopping point, an important part of their life cycle. Since humpbacks in the winter months come to these waters, any feeding is opportunistic. They eat only when they can find food. They don't hunt and kill where they can't, where they don't need to. They've stored up enough fat by the time they've come to Hawaii. Do their songs tell them how to use their resources sustainably? In Hawaii, they calf. In Hawaii, they breed. Meet to sing. It's not my fault. Demons steal Vedas from your mouth as you sleep. If you forget your prayers, how will you float? Breathing air, I come to point out the moon. Don't only pack grains for this voyage. Pack folk songs. If you capsize, your lungs will seize up, will catch fire of salt and sputter. All about you, the arms, the ghost arms of drowned men try to submerge you, beg you to cool their tongues dry and white with hunger. Their fired iron and steel hooks will scald your skin like undying sun. Tie your vessel to my horn and offer garlands to the sea, your own name a mantra to the god of exile, the ruler of life. One day, your children will crack coconuts, grind chutney from the tropics' plankton bloom, and beckon demons to their gold. This next section is called Bake Kujira, which is the ghost whale, and that's in Japanese. Imagine a wraith, beautiful and terrible, rises from the brine. It's the skeleton of a baleen whale whalers shoot iron hooks into. A phantom in calcium, their spears pass through its queer apparition, which is defleshed, picked to the ghost. O God of bones, is it the microplastic, the hunt, or radiation that causes you to rise up from the grave, to unsettle rivers and tide, harrowing and intent on prophecy? Fish and birds, warped and misshapen, attend you. Plastic gouges their guts. They rot as albatrosses on Midway and dry conjoined as the gray whales on a Baja beach. Every living intestine fills with radioactive nuclides. O Kujira, forgive me for lancing your lung with my silence, an auto-annihilation from which none can be revived. And the last section of the poem is called Dan Nun, Yunus, Sallallahu Wasallam. I guess in Christian stories, this is Jonah. And then the fish swallowed him while he was blameworthy. And that's from Al-Quran from 37:142. Darkness thrummed within. Rahim huwallah, may Allah be merciful. A jinn in the heart of the whale. I begged the seaman, heft this body, hurl me into the sea. My prayer a cord of light. But first, I must atone. Stomach acid must scald my skin. I must come face to face with night, swallowed whole. I must write the poem where I admit running away with the neighbor boy, packing a bottle of gin and condoms. I must admit my failures as a son. I left my father alone without an heir. I never used any of the condoms. I break my name in two, Mohabir, holding on to beer, the part that means semen. Thank you.